When I design a beer recipe, it's typically all grain. And I send that to Atlantic Brew Supply, who come up with an extract equivalent of my recipe. I've never actually tried one of those, and it's got me thinking, do the extract and the all grain taste basically the same? Well, I think it's about time I found out.
So I'm going to be brewing an American IPA. Actually, two American IPAs. The extract version of an American IPA and the all grain version. Now, in terms of ingredients, I'm using the same hops and the same yeast for both of these beers, but for the all grain version, I've got a big old sack here of crushed grains, whereas for the extract, I have a much smaller little sack of steeping grains and some liquid malt extract.
Now for the extract brew, the instructions on the Atlantic Brew Supply site are for a 5-gallon batch, and they say to start with 2 to 3 gallons of water and then add the rest of the water in at the end into the fermenter. I've got all the equipment here, so I might as well just do a full batch extract brew, which means I'm going to start with the full volume of water that I'm going to need. So I have put in here 3.9 gallons of water. This water is in no way treated with anything, it's just straight out of my RV filter, so it's filtered tap water, no water salts at all. For the all grain recipe, I need a little bit more water because of grain absorption, so I've got 4.6 gallons in here. And because I'm mashing and trying to perform conversion, I do need to treat my water. So what I've got here is some water salts. I have gypsum, calcium chloride and Epsom salt, and I am using a mixture of 3 grams of Epsom salt, 3 grams of calcium chloride and 5 grams of gypsum, which will give me a little bit of a higher sulfate to chloride ratio, more on the sulfate side. So that will just sort of help enhance the bitterness of this beer. This is a step, of course, I didn't need to do for the extract. I'm also adding 3 milliliters of lactic acid. This will help balance my pH. Want to get a pH of around 5.2 during the mash, and typically that's about how much lactic acid I need for this sort of recipe to get to that. Both beers should have an original gravity around about 1066, so about a 7% beer, and I'm going for kind of tropical fruit in my American IPA in terms of flavour and aroma. For the steeping grain stage, it's a case of getting the water to between 150 and 170 Fahrenheit. I'm at about 155. Preheated my strike water to a little over 152 Fahrenheit. Now my extract recipe consists of 6 pounds of pale liquid malt extract, and then my steeping grains here, I have 5 ounces each of Munich Type II, Special B and Carapils. So that I don't end up touching the heating element and scorching anything, I am going to use my basket and just drop the steeping grains in for about 30 minutes. This big old bag of all grain ingredients consists of 68% of Maris Otter and 32% of Munich Type II. Okay, in with the grains. I'm recirculating this work. That really helps a little bit with the efficiency, and I'm going to do that for about 60 minutes. Which is going to make the better beer? Let's find out. Well, I'm back at Atlantic Brew Supply with Todd. How's it going?
Hey, it's going great, Martin.
So how did you take the all grain version and get an extract recipe out of it?
Right, it's pretty straightforward. Extract recipes is what we all probably started on. I don't like that sometimes it's stigmatized as being less of a brewing activity. We love that it lowers the barrier to entry into the hobby. The conversion process is typically hinged on taking the base grain of your all grain recipe and substituting liquid malt extract or dry malt extract for those gravity points. We like to include what's called steeping grains, which normally are your highly roasted grains or other specialty grains that tend to round out the flavor and color profile of the extract beer.
So with this American IPA, I gave you an all grain recipe and you've converted it into extract. How did you do that?
So we use the Maris Otter as our base malt. Now there is a Maris Otter liquid malt extract. We don't carry that readily. We can get it. But in this case, we kind of faked it. So those steeping grains are going to bring in some of those finer characteristics of that all grain grain bill. And hopefully Martin's going to do a comparison of those and be interested to see your results and what differences or similarities you find in those.
All right, that's been 30 minutes. Just gonna let that bag drain. Now at this point I need to add in my liquid malt extract. The instructions again say to put half in because you only have half the amount of water, but I'm just going to throw this all in. So what I'm going to do is get rid of this basket and then get the gloopy stuff in here. All right, in it goes, gloopy, gloopy, gloopy. Seems to have got most of it out. Now I'm going to bring this up to boil. Now this is pale liquid malt extract, but there are different types of these liquid malt extracts.
Most of our recipes are going to use a Golden Light liquid malt extract, which is a two-row barley-derived product with it's 99% two-row, or they call it base malt, and it's got 1% Carapils in there. You move to a Pilsner malt, and again, you use a different barley for that, and of course, you would use that for your Pilsner beers. We also have some others, Munich and wheat, and a dark and an amber. So there are varieties. It really expands the access to the hobby, and it makes it a lot easier for people to get into.
Wort is boiling now, so I'm ready for the hop additions. I'm doing a 30-minute boil for my bittering hop using CTZ, which is going to go in at the start of the boil, which is right now. For a 5-gallon batch, you'd use 1 ounce. I'm going to use about 2/3 because I'm only doing a 3-gallon batch. Then in 15 minutes, I'm going to add my second hop addition, which is Galaxy. So Galaxy will go in at 15 minutes, and then at flame out, Motueka is my aroma hop. At the end of that mash, I bumped the temperature up to 168 Fahrenheit to perform a mash out, then remove the grains, bringing to a boil now, and yeah, it's the same hop schedule as before, starting with CTZ. So here's the all grain and the extract. Into both of these, I'm adding that same yeast, which is Hornindal yeast OYL091. This is going to give some really sort of tropical fruit flavors, and it's going to ferment pretty fast as well. I really like this for American IPAs. I'm going to ferment this at about 90 Fahrenheit. I've already added it to the extract, so let's get it into the all grain as well. That's it. Let them ferment. See what we got. Well, Norm, thanks for coming for 2 beers this week.
My pleasure.
This one is the all grain. This one is the extract. Okay. So we want to see how similar and how different they are. Mm-hmm. If we look just for appearances, first of all, I think we're already seeing a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. The processed one is almost like a dark amber color.
Yeah.
While this one is kind of a dirty blonde, I'm going to call it. It looks like the head on this has a little tighter carbonation than the head on this. This one seems to be a little larger carbonation.
I think even the head color is a little different, is it?
Oh,
not?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely tell that the darker beer is producing the slightly darker head color. Yeah.
The aroma, well, the hops in general were exactly the same. The yeast was exactly the same. Okay. So I'm thinking these might be closer to each other, but let's find out. Let's find out.
Did you get a difference between the two?
Yeah.
I got a definite difference between the two.
There's a difference.
This one, to me, has a mustier odor than that one.
Yeah. This smells a little fresher,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
than this one. I don't know why that would be. These are the same hops.
Wow. I think I want to try the lighter colored one
Okay,
first.
let's go with that.
Let's try that one. Well, first of all, it's wonderful. Yeah, but it's got that hoppy fruitiness. I really enjoy that.
I think, I think the hops are coming through with this. Okay,
Yeah.
let's give this a
Okay,
try.
let's do it. Oh, notably different.
It's so different. My goodness.
It is a completely different beer.
That-
if
yeah.
you had not told me that these were from essentially the same recipe, that doesn't even seem to taste like the same style.
Okay, so let's break it down. Bitterness, much more bitter.
Yes.
Right? Flavors and aromas are also very different.
Yes, yes, a lot more roasted. There's something else in it too, like an herbal note that's not present in this one. This one, the flavor profile in this one is not off-putting. It's still very pleasurable, and I suspect, depending on the beer drinker, they would prefer this.
Did you say herbal for this one?
A little
Yeah.
bit herbal.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You're pretty confident that you could tell these two apart.
Oh, easily. There'd be no contest.
Now, the trick here isn't necessarily to say which is all grain and which is extract,
Right.
just to say which two are the same.
Understood.
So,
But
okay,
I think we can make
I think so too.
both calls.
So let's start with number
Okay,
one.
number one. Okay, so clearly that's what it is. Number two?
Number two. Let's try number three.
Okay.
Beer number one. Which beer was that?
That is the natural. That's the whole. That's the
The all
grain.
grain.
Yeah, the all grain. Mhm.
Beer number two
Extract.
is the extract.
Mhm.
Do you think, maybe we should say this at the same time,
Okay.
as to whether we think this is all grain or extract? Oliver, could you count us down? And when it gets to one, we'll say
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
extract.
Yeah. Right, Oliver. Extract on.
It's
Yeah,
extract.
yeah. That was abundantly clear. Make sure I can't see out of this.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming I've got one right here. That's definitely an extract. Definitely an all grain. And that makes this one an extract. Yep, extract. How good was I? Spot on?
Right on the money.
Yeah, it's just they're just distinguishably, notably different.
In every way. So,
Yep.
look, I get that the colouring can be different because
Right.
that's just the process of extract. I'm surprised how much flavour is different.
Mm-hmm.
I am floored that the hop smell is so different. Or just the aroma of the beer is so
Right.
different. Well, Norm, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm relieved for
My
both of us that we were able
My
to pull this
pleasure.
off.
Yeah.
How easy it was.
This was a great test, though. Well, congratulations on brewing another outstanding beer.
Well, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.